Yep. Hear that?
This is Aqua's Barbie Girl, requested by Jordan.
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
I picked this movie because it was the newest movie on Netflix. It had a big cast of Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, and Kevin Bacon, right? So we're talking about the critically acclaimed book, now Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
I am excited to talk about this because it's screenplay and directed by Sam Esmail.
Who is this guy?
Oh, he's just a dude. He became popular probably because of Mr. Robot.
Oh, he created Mr. Robot?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've never seen Mr. Robot, but I always liked Rami Malek. So I'm assuming then I would like this guy's work. Maybe? I don't know.
He's got some stuff here and there. And let me pull him up. Actually, I wonder if he's got some more stuff that we're not familiar with. But he does seem to be a particular type of director where he likes to make movies that, well, are thinking man movies. I think that's a good way of putting that, right?
Right. No, I mean, like the soundtrack was definitely interesting. The opening credits, not often do you get hippity hop in the opening credits.
This guy does have a signature with music. Mr. Robot was known to have some music and two-star musicians. There were a lot of rappers that were
Okay.
surprisingly good actors in Mr. Robot. Joey Badass and Young M.A., just to name a few.
I don't know who they are.
Come on, you're a rapper, aren't you? You're with the beeping and the bopping.
Can I tell you, since you're talking about something I don't know about,
Jordan's
you
with
want to
it.
feel old?
He's
You
with
want
it.
to feel old real quick? Um,
I feel old every
I
day.
was I was told today by a 21-year-old female that she's never heard of Limp Bizkit.
I
I
don't
was
think
upset.
that's that, sir, is a sign of the world working. That's
No, it's not. It's not. It was just she was just talking about her first concert that she went to was Taylor Swift, and I said my first concert was Limp Bizkit, and then she went, "Who's that?" I was like, "Nookie, break stuff." No, and she was like, "I don't know." Allegedly the cause of the fires of Woodstock '99, and she said, "What's Woodstock '99?" And I went, "Are you serious?" And I said, "What year you were born?" And she was 2002, and I said, "Oh, I was a sophomore in high school." Never mind.
yeah. Do you feel better now?
So sorry, we're segueing, but you bring up two rappers
I
I'd never heard
I
of.
swear though, when it comes to music, when it's a trend wave, people need to realize what meme music is, and like Limp Bizkit represented that little blip, right? Like dubstep represents that little blip in the 2000s that nobody wants to talk about. We're just gonna pretend like that doesn't exist. Nobody wants to pretend like bro step wasn't a thing. Jordan, it was a thing, and those people who were fans, I know where you are.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Not I don't know what bro step is, but I'm a fan of Limp Bizkit, Corn, Stained, Cold, Puddle of Mud. Those bands. Huba Stank, if you will. Lincoln
Whoa,
Park. Lincoln Park. But let's go back to this
what are
movie.
we talking about again?
Leave the World Behind. So I don't know. This was based off of a book. Um, Immediately I was ticked off because I turned on Netflix to watch it, and I paused right because I don't. I paused to see what the runtime is, and I'm pushing 2.5 hours. So I'm like, okay, a small cast, 2.5 hour film. You've already pissed me off. Did the runtime piss you off?
I sighed. I did a oh boy, but
Right.
again, I like Sam, so I know that all right, man. I'll just stick with you, and let's go.
I have a question. I don't remember at all. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your memory's better than mine. I don't remember you and I complaining at all that the Batman was 3 hours. And if we didn't complain, why are we complaining about everything else? Is it because a movie like The Batman requires us to have 3 hours of attention and this movie doesn't? Or do you and I just both feel that an hour and a
I
half
have
is
to
what movie?
doubt that. I feel that it's one of those very few and rare times where anything that's 3 hours long, we're going to comment on it. We're going to say that is an investment, and for a filmmaker, you have to know that you are asking of your audience that they're sitting down and giving up a big chunk of their day to watch your piece. So it better be damn good, buddy. You better not waste my. Oh, I was about to.
Yeah. Not waste your time. Right.
But if it is shorter, then there's that window. I want to say that you can make your drama over 2 hours. Just over 2 hours seems to be kind of the average, right? That 2 and a quarter, 2 hour, two and a
Oh,
quarter seems to be a very, very popular runtime for anything that's not a comedy or a children's movie, something quick with that 90-minute runtime.
I think this needs to be 2 hours. It doesn't
Quarters
need to
are
be two and a
often
half.
90 minutes.
2 hours, I feels just fine. It need to cut 30 minutes, and boy, do they do, and we'll speak about it. Um, Julia Roberts is in this, right? Married to Ethan Hawke and two unknown kids, right? Wakes up, they're in New York City, modern day, I'm assuming. And she's just like, hey, bud, um, booked us an Airbnb. We're leaving. I hate people, and go right into hippity hop music. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. That caught my attention because it's not your traditional. This kind of movie, knowing what you're going into, you're expecting dreary, you're expecting orchestra, right? You're experiencing something different. So I was like, oh, okay, we're getting hip hop in the opening credits. Let's go. Okay, I'm interested. And bored instantly as soon as the credits get done. Because I mean, people. I mean, I am not going to spoil my thoughts, right? But like, you have a very small cast, and possibly the end of the world is happening, and you barely see anything in a very luxurious house in upstate New York, right? Upstate New York,
Where
or are they in New Jersey?
they are in the city, they said, right?
No, no, when they go to the house, when they go to the Airbnb. That's not the city.
Well, so there is a bit of the online warriors that have attacked this because at the end of the movie, when a few of the characters look onward and get a view of the city, right, that's like destroyed,
Right.
it, they were quick to point out the geography, saying that, oh, if they were there, then they're probably in something like Nassau County, and it doesn't look like that. There's no farm out there because Ethan Hawke was driving in farm, and just saying that there's a lot more people. It's not secluded. There's a lot more
Right.
neighbors. Just quick to poke holes in the location. So
Who
whatever.
cares? Who cares,
You
right?
you want to
I'm
know?
thinking
No,
it's
well, you know what? Actually, I think that is New York City because Sam Esmail. Let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure he confirmed that this movie is in the Mr. Robot universe.
oh, okay. I, okay. So we get the family, right? Julia Roberts, the mom, Ethan Hawke, the husband, the two kids. They go to this very, very nice Airbnb, right? And they lose cell phone signal, TV's not working, right? I mean, nothing really happens, right? Now, this movie's supposed to take place over what, 3 days? But nothing really happens, right, when they go to the actual house. Where I start getting interested in is the little things. And the little things there is that they go to the beach, right? This is when I start to pique my interest. They go to the beach, and the one thing that I will really, really give this movie credit on, that I like when movies do this, is that they have something going on in the background that if you're not looking for it, you're gonna miss it, right?
Yeah.
But I noticed it right away that there was this huge ship in the background. Looks like it's not moving, but it is slowly towards the beach where everybody's hanging out at. And the director decides to just make us aware of it and then move on, right? I like when they do that. They did it in Jaws, right? Spielberg did that in Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
A more recent movie is, you remember in It? We reviewed It and the kid was reading the book, and behind him was the old lady that was clearly Pennywise staring at him in the background.
Yeah, how
Right.
Pennywise would just kind of make those appearances.
Right. So this is really, really good in my opinion. Do you agree with me? Do you find this kind of technique annoying? What did you think of background, or not background, but foreground oil tanker or big ship, and then just moving on and every so often come back
No,
to it?
this is a reason why I like Sam and his method. He often includes a lot of detail in his shots, in wide shots too. So you're taking a lot in. You have to see everything and note what is maybe unique about a scene or where they're at. He's always good at that. It's one of those directors where things are puzzles. He kind of puts clues and little hints, little drops everywhere. Every character is there on purpose or as a thing. Like,
Mhm.
what I found unique actually is that every character in this movie represented an online stereotype, kind of what you would imagine these people to be personified in real life. Julia Roberts being the Karen, Ethan
Oh,
Hawke,
really?
Ethan Hawke kind of being the stoner drug addict, horny porn addict father,
Okay.
the teenager being the troll, being the
Okay.
nihilist, and who cares? I don't care. And
Okay.
invading privacy, obviously taking pictures inappropriately.
Mhm.
The Lisa Simpson, who is just there to learn and just kind of be like, hey, did you seeing all the innocent stuff? Like, hey, did you see the animals? Hey, did you see the boat? And just
Right.
kind of using it, seeing it differently than everybody else.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All
and
right. So is
everyone
this
just kind of
actually his
played
choice, or
a
is this your
stereotype.
hypothesis? Like, is this your college thesis, or is this actually what he's going for?
This is my college thesis. This is what I'm observing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I didn't get that. I just got it as I actually was on Julie Roberts' side for a good chunk of this movie. So what happens is we have this big ship in the foreground. Every so often, people on the beach, we're not paying attention, not paying attention. Hey, where's Billy? He's on his raft. There's no shark. Don't worry. And all of a sudden, the Lisa Simpson character, right? The 13-year-old girl is like, I think that ship's getting really, really close. And all of a sudden, people didn't realize. And then Ethan Hawke and everybody run away, right? Now, ship lands. We don't see anybody on the ship, right? There's this big um, transportation ship. I don't like it, I was wondering if Tom Hanks was going to come out and go, I was trying to avoid the pirates. But no, no, not funny.
Nope.
Okay, tried that one. I just remind me of that ship. Anyway, he goes back, and this is where everything's kind of crazy, right? TV's down, cell phones down again, blah blah. That night is where we get the plot of going, right? They get a knock at the door, and it's this man. Now his last name's Ali, right? What's his right? The actual
Mahershala.
actor's name?
Mahershala?
Jesus. Mahershala Ali.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. I was gonna say Mustafa Ali.
that would be incorrect.
Mustafa Ali
What
is
funny.
well to
But
be
incorrect.
fair. There is a Mustafa Ali in WWE. So that's
Yes, well,
to be
this is
fair.
Mahershala Ali, the actor.
Yeah, he plays GH, and he knocks on the door of this house, and he has, which I thought was a wife at the beginning, but it's his daughter. He's just like, "Hi," or I don't know what Julia Roberts' name was. Let's say Karen.
Amanda?
Let's Amanda. He's like, "Hey, Amanda," and she's like, "Yeah." You would freak out. I would freak out, right? If somebody knocks on the door, right, and be like, "Hi, Eric," you're like, "Who? Am I being served?" Right? But she's just like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Hi, this is my house." Like, that's an interesting plot,
He did
right?
not open with that, and that's what was dumb about this is
Yeah, he did.
he got to it eventually, but he did that hiccup, oh hey, sorry to disturb you this late at night. I was just wondering, they had that little step
Because he
before
plays
he
it good.
got there. Well, it's still, I guess in hindsight we know now it's because
He
he was,
allegedly knows.
yeah, because he knows everything. So he's still probably toying with the idea of how to play this. Does he keep these people here? Does he get them out of the house and just survive with his daughter? How does he go about? What's his next play? I think he's trying to get a read on these people and see how testing them. But again, I'm only saying that now because I've seen the movie. Whereas before watching this, I'd be like, "Who the flip is this guy?" If I was Julia Roberts or Amanda or Clay, I'd have to ask him, be like, "Hey, if you're the owner of this house, what would you want the people renting the house to do if a stranger comes knocking at your door?"
Oh, I have lots more questions than that. Julia Roberts eventually asked after they invite them in, but it was, let me see your ID. I was like, you asked that in the beginning. Hey, I know your cell phone doesn't get reception, but I know that even if you don't have service, you can still have your viewed emails, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about,
I
Eric?
do, yeah.
So pull out your phone. I'll pull out my phone, right? And then we'll see our emails back and forth to see that this is actually who you are, right? Those are the questions I would be asking. She was asking not all the right questions, but she was. Ethan Hawke was just, yeah, come on in. I'm naive and stupid.
Yep. Typical
Right. Yeah,
typical Clay, huh?
I'm not worried about you. I survived South Central with Denzel Washington.
Is he supposed to be a Chad? Is that maybe what it is? I don't know.
You don't like my joke again either. God, I'm 0 for 2 tonight. I thought, God, I thought that one would have got you.
No, I've been missing. That's my fault,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, I've been missing. I'm sorry. No, but like, so these people, I mean, like, this is a very good concept. This, I feel, is a lot better overall. This movie, I feel, is a lot better post-apocalyptic movie than what Knock at the Cabin was. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, like, Knock at the Cabin had some ick about it, and I don't mean I don't know how to describe it, right? But Knock at the Cabin just didn't seem right. It didn't seem like there was a full
Well,
vision on
the
it.
difference, I think, between the two is this one has an element of realism to it, that there's some plan, that there's some organization that it was able to pull it off. And Sam has done this before with Mr. Robot, where a group of hackers was able to hack the planet, as it were.
Right.
And yeah, and the other movie, the what the hell is it? Knock at the Cabin, adds this. I don't know. I don't want to say
Biblical.
religious element, like
It's a bit, yeah. It was
yeah,
underworld.
exactly, like a Four Horsemen thing. And
That's
so there's a bit
exactly
of a
what they were.
supernatural element to it, where you're just kind of like, geez, like, am I supposed to believe this? These people who just turn on TVs and be like, this is what happened. It'll happen to you next if you don't do this. Whereas in this one, it's you don't know what's happening.
Right.
We first time watcher going in cold. You were finding out along with everybody else. You're in the dark. Because I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. All I knew was from the trailers, and I mean, like, again, I actually think this is some of the strongest parts of the movie. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but when GH, right, and his daughter knock on the door and they get in, they try to get in, and then after they get in, GH is fumbling because he would have a key to the liquor cabinet to refund them back their $1,000. Okay, that's interesting. This is a very interesting plot. I don't know if it's a writing choice. I don't know if it's the actors, a combination, but I never trusted him and his daughter from the moment I saw him all the way to the credits roll. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust them because the daughter keeps on saying, "Oh, maybe it was what was it, like a factory hack, or what she say? It was somebody was hacking."
Yeah, she was throwing out ideas.
Sure, well, she wasn't throwing ideas. Like, in my opinion,
She
she was
was. She was the
saying,
entire time she was saying that she took it seriously. It could be this, and then she kept on kind of narrowing it down to saying that, oh well, it could be global. It could be in the
"I
satellites.
think she knew.
It could be
She knew.
this. It could be nuclear.
She knew."
Did she did not? I don't think she knew.
Yeah, she did. I mean, I don't trust her, and that's what's great about the movie at the end, right? Is that
Well, she
the
did
movie
say
tells
to
us.
her dad that she wanted them out of the house. Like that's the plan to out of the house. But again, I think that she's just a young girl that is that knows something's up. She has the thought
I think
that
her
she knew all
dad
along.
told her.
She said that she knew something was going on, that this wasn't a normal blackout, and that she wanted those people out so that she could be alone.
Right. But knowing what we know at the end, we'll talk about it, right? But I think that's going to be a big chunk of this review because I have a lot of opinions. But I think him and her knew all along. And I think that when they pulled up to the house and they saw that the Clay and company were there, oh, shoot, they're here. We got to try to get in. And here we go, right? Next day is day two, right? Day two. And this is where Clay, Ethan Hawke, is going to go out and explore. He's going to go back to the town to try to see if anybody can help him. In the meantime, we forgot about this, but again, in the movie, when the family arrives into the town, the camera decides to show us Kevin Bacon, who was a survivalist straight out of Last of Us, Nick Offerman style, packing his trunk full of stuff to get ready because that's what he is. He's a contractor, but he's also a survivalist, right?
Yep.
So move forward now, day two. Clay's going to go out into the town and see if he can find somebody. And then GH is going to go wander around. Everybody's going to split up. The one thing that you don't do when you have no other forms of communication is split up. Right, Eric? You and I would never do this.
Jordan,
right?
be back here in 1 hour.
No, I'm just saying.
I'll be right back.
Right now. Eric, if us four, you, me, and the wives, are stuck in a house and the wives say, I have an idea, let's split up, you and I would both have that comedic double look at each other and say, we review movies. No.
No. It's a ridiculous
We do not split up.
thing to
right?
say. Yeah.
You don't split up. Cool shot of the movie. GH goes to the beach and he sees a bunch of bodies and a bunch of plane, just debris from planes, which doesn't help my fear of flying any matter. And then he looks up and a plane comes out of nowhere, crashes, blah 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 blah. In the meantime, it is alleged that his wife is on a plane in Morocco, possibly. We don't know what happens with her. Clay, I didn't know this until the end of the movie. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But the movie is straight up is telling us that Clay is a nitwit, Ethan Hawke, and that he relies so much on technology that he cannot find his way to the town.
Correct.
That's stupid. Well, I guess it's not stupid. I
mean, they're trying to paint him, what is it, as a useless man.
That's what he says, but I don't believe that. The reason why I don't believe that is because he's older than us, right? He's in his 50s, maybe, in real life. So you're going to tell me that a 50-year-old guy doesn't at least know directions? I mean, we could find the town, right?
Yeah, sure, but I've met some dumb human beings, Jordan. Maybe this guy is just one of
you live in
those.
the city.
He's a professor of media. Is that what it is? Media
what does
and
that
arts?
mean? What does that mean, like Facebook? Professor of Facebook?
Yeah, is that what that is?
I don't know. But he runs in the middle of a country road. He runs into this Hispanic lady that's speaking Spanish, and he doesn't understand what she's saying, and he can't rely on technology to translate. So he's just like, I don't know what you're saying. I'm gonna go, right? And he goes, and then there's a drone flying overhead that looks like it's dumping stuff we can't really see, and eventually it's dumping flyers.
Yeah.
Which allegedly says it has a snake on it, and it's in Arabic, right? And it says "Death to America."
Death to America.
And the son knows that because of Call of Duty, I'm assuming.
Something.
Right.
I'm not gonna pretend I know what language or what it said.
Do you ever play Grand Theft Auto Vice City?
Oh yeah.
Right. Can I be obscure for a minute? Do you know that there was a mission that I hated so much in Grand Theft Auto Vice City? It was you know how Grand Theft Auto is known for Even if it's a main story mission, they're known for really, really stupid missions to progress the story.
Oh yeah.
One of them in Vice City was you had to steal a plane and fly around Vice City and just dump endless supplies of flyers.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that one.
Took me like 30 tries to complete that thing.
There's always one. There's always one mission.
Right? There's always that, right? And when this drone was flying, for some reason, because maybe I'm playing GTA 5 again to prepare for GTA 6 in a couple of years, but like as soon as that drone came towards Ethan Hawke and all these flyers are everywhere, I'm just like, that was that mission, and it pissed me off. While this is going on, Lisa Simpson is now a deer whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this before, right? I mean, like, and like
In
all
the
over
Ring
years of,
2.
right? Thank you. I was thinking the Ring too, like the animals know, right? Especially the deer know, right?
Yeah, what the flippin' uh so I
I have a
think
lot of opinions about the deers.
did we hear the background comment that because of the interruption of all of the electronics and with everything else, it messes with the patterns that nature runs, that the migration patterns.
Okay.
Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, I did, but I mean, you thought of Ring 2. I thought of American Horror Story New York. That was another thing about deer that they bring in. No? Doesn't ring a bell?
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read to see if
Okay.
they explain why there was hundreds of deer that would stand in the backyard and watch some little girl swim.
Well, okay, so just kind of give my reference. There's a lot of references. So I'm a big fan of American Horror Story, the show. Not all the seasons. Some of the seasons are really bad, but there was one called New York, right? And it took place in the very early 80s, like 81, 82, right? Eric, you are a very smart man. What pandemic hit New York in the very early 80s? No? Okay, the AIDS epidemic.
Wasn't that San Francisco?
No, it was New York as well.
Oh well, yeah.
So, in the like first two episodes of that series of American Horror Story New York, all the deer on an island were dying of a mysterious virus and they couldn't figure it out. I mean, so it's like I bring that up because I'm like, oh, the deer somehow know about everything. And it seems like it's becoming a pattern.
It's just another movie or a series or form of media where the animals are different from the humans, right?
Right. I got a lot to say about the deer. Can I just
I don't. There's a few things that were puzzling me that I didn't understand about the deer because
Yeah.
I don't. There that one scene in the shack, like
Let's talk about
migration
that.
patterns be damned. That has nothing to do with anything. What was
Right.
that all about?
So Karen, Julia Roberts, and GH's daughter, this is towards the end of the movie.
Ruth is her name.
Ruth, they go to look for Rose, the Lisa Simpson character. And they stumble upon this cabin in the woods, no pun intended. And, they're hearing noises outside the cabin. And it's deer running in the background. And I was laughing out loud, so loud that my wife came in because, I'm watching this movie in my office at home. And my wife was like, what's so funny? Because they have, I don't know, 50, maybe 100 deer surrounding the cabin, like getting ready to strike GH's daughter. And Julia Roberts just goes nuts. And these deer are not there. And like in real life when they're filming this, and she's just screaming, flailing her arms, Julia Roberts did, like she's a crazy person.
Acting.
Like, and I was laughing. Like that was bad. Did you agree with me? Do you not agree with me?
No, exactly.
I was laughing.
I was really wondering why though. Why would the deer do that? What were those deer doing? They wanted to take. Were they saying, "Get on our backs and we'll bring you to the house," or were they gonna attack? Were they gonna savagely gouge them and kill it? It's like what?
Do deer do that? Do humans? Has there
It
been a case of a dear
depends
human
on the
death?
movie.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, she was horrible, and in this part, I'm not saying she was bad in this movie. Julia Roberts was horrible in this part.
Did
Like,
we?
that was hard to watch.
What movie? Oh, did we watch something where someone got killed with some antlers?
There was a movie called Antlers.
Oh man, no, I feel like it was something like in like Cocaine Bear or like Rambo.
Probably. Probably. I'm just saying, okay, so ultimately though, I want to go back to where we were, but this whole deer scene with Julia Roberts at the end is horrendous, right? I mean, it's bad.
Yeah,
She was bad in this. She was really bad.
yeah, she
Uh
was whatever in this. She's obviously just
sh
doing Julia Roberts thing. I don't think she was the bad thing about this, Jordan. I really don't. Although
Really?
the
Okay.
she was fine. The decisions that her characters have to make was kind of silly, like that Tesla scene. I don't
Let's talk about the
understand
Tesla scene.
because there was plenty of room on either side of that road, and you got a
Right.
Jeep. Just it's not like that
Let's
was a
go.
bumpy road. Just turn left. Just turn off the road.
Right. So okay, so the Tesla scene. So kind of lead up to the Tesla scene. Brother and sister out in the woods. Brother does a stupid story to scare his sister, and we blatantly see a tick on the brother's leg. Right. So nowadays, because of Avril Lavigne, we think if you get bit by a tick, you're automatically going to get Lyme disease.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The brother takes the tick off, and goes about his business. The family's had it. They're done. Right. The next day, they're done. The family's going to get in the car. They're going to go to her sister's house in New Jersey. And all of a sudden, to get on the road to the highway, there is, I don't know, hundreds of Teslas, white Teslas that are all crashed. And she gets out of the car, Julie Roberts does, and she's like, nobody's driving the cars. And out of nowhere, these Teslas come out of nowhere and just starts running into the other Teslas. And you're 100% right. I thought about the two when I was watching this movie because you have the road, but on the right side, you just go to the right and you're kissing up against the rocks where the water is, but you still have enough room because you have a Jeep to get around. But I think they did that for a purpose, though, because when the camera decides to turn out and turn weird on its axis, you get to see that every major highway is full of cars wrecked.
Yeah.
Right. So they go back, and
That
this is
that
go ahead.
weird camera turn that you had said there too. That happens quite often in this movie.
Yeah, they're not acute angles. I remember that from film school, right? There's not a because you got an acute angle, which is kind of like this was like a complete like
It feels like a
turn on
full.
its
Yeah.
flip side. It was not like an acute angle. It wasn't like Batman 66, right? It was kind of tilted. It was all the way.
Yeah, or if
Um,
you're, or like pull the camera like have it fall forward, and do the
yeah,
full ceiling
stupid
shot,
choices.
kind of follow through to go upside down. It is a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Also, what it's a lot is the director to ask the audience to sit through the next 30 minutes because oh my God, Eric, did I go to the bathroom to pee a lot during this? So they go back to the house, and we are being led to believe that everybody's talking to everybody else, right? So, like, Julia Roberts is talking to GH, and they're supposed to be bonding. Clay Ethan Hawke is talking to GH's daughter, and they're bonding over weed and sex talk, And it's just like, what? I like, is this movie trying to seriously tell us that these people are going to cheat on their spouses? Like, is this really what the movie's asking us to believe right now? This is nonsense. I was so bored because I'm calling it right out. I don't know if this is you with I mean tell me if you're disagreeing with me, but I'm like I say out loud, "Oh, this is the drama of the movie. This is where we're supposed to get the humanizing things."
No,
Like
I
this
had
sucks.
I had said it out loud a few times. Just an audible eye roll, just waiting for the next thing to get because right, this or the dancing scene
Oh, yeah, no.
really
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it was hard to watch. I think I think I covered my eyes.
Yeah, because she straight up says like I don't like you to GH. Julie Roberts says that. And then he tells her a joke or something, right? And then she's like, I like you. And then he goes into this, what I believe is the truth, right? He said that I'm going to butcher the story, but they were having a drink, and GH said that he has a friend, I don't know, some importance, who will laugh at anything, will laugh at a joke or laugh at something. And then he saw his friend like the night of the blackout or the night before the blackout
Mm-hmm.
and said some stupid joke or stupid thing. And his friend was like, take care of yourself, like, doesn't laugh. And he was like, I think he knows something that's going on. That's when Julie Roberts is like, I don't like you. And he's like, well, let me win you back by dancing and taking you to a book depository in the house.
It was a record, like in his
I
albums. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, so
bad,
was
really
basically
bad.
saying that his client was like some Bohemian Grove member, right?
Right.
Some ultra elite Illuminati, and just kind of foretelling warnings that something was coming, something's on its way.
What is GH? Because okay, I was confused. Maybe I was half paying attention, but I thought GH was like a musician dude. He's not.
He says he was on the board of the Philharmonic, but he
He's on the
works.
board, so he's fancy.
Yeah, but he says that he worked what finance.
Gotcha. The next thing, well, actually, we didn't talk about the weird sound that everybody heard because that gets brought up at the end. Everybody hears this weird screeching sound. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was like what, end of night one, night two. But we're getting to the end of it, to where I think where the bulk of this conversation is going to go. Where uh, Archie, is that the son's name?
Yep.
Archie wakes up out of bed and he starts pulling out his teeth with no fuss at all. He's just like, oh, oh my teeth, and oh my teeth, and oh my teeth, right?
Oh,
He's just
yeah,
pulling out
exactly.
his teeth, and then he said he got bit by a tick, and immediately somebody's like, oh, Lyme disease, we should figure this out. And then this is when GH says, hey, Kevin Bacon's down the street. He's a survivalist, but also he's a contractor to help model this house. Let's go to him. And I get excited because I was like, oh, I forgot Kevin Bacon was in this movie. This guy's going to have the answers, right? We're going to find out what's going on. Why this is going on, Rose, the daughter, has gone missing in the night. Julia Roberts and GH's daughter is on the hunt for her. This is where the deer and the cabin scene happen, trying to find her. By the way, we didn't talk about Rose. Rose is so annoying to me because I was Rose like 15 years ago because all she could watch was Friends.
Yeah.
So I brought that up, and this is not a serious thing at all, but just a segue story. So it was my freshman year of college, and I was living at college. I was living in the dorm rooms, and I didn't have any money, right? No, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
nobody does, right? I'm 18, 19 years old. I had no money. But everybody, not everybody, but a good chunk of people were out of the dorm hall for spring break, right? For like that week.
Of course.
And my roommate, right? And we're talking small rooms, like as big as my office, right? Just small rooms. Um, my roommate's girlfriend at the time had, remember the old booklets of where you had all your CDs? You know, you unzipped
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's this huge thing of CDs, right? Well, instead of CDs, his girlfriend had DVDs.
Oh, okay.
So, I didn't want to go home. I didn't have a car. So I'm literally stuck for a week in my dorm room for spring break. And I never saw Friends at the time. So this was 2006. So I decided to put in the first disc. And I binge watched all 10 seasons of Friends, every episodes for a week.
Whew.
Uh,
Okay, got it done, baby.
well, I had nothing else to do. Like, I had no money. I had no car. I'm living in a dorm room in college. What else am I going to do? Right. So that
Well,
made
geez, you learned a lot. You went on quite the adventure.
I did, and it made me love Friends. And then Gina, it got so ridiculous after when I met Gina my senior year. I bought a Friends Remember that board game movie? Seen it?
Oh yeah.
Really trivia. I bought a friend's version.
Oh yeah,
And
I know that one.
right, and then Gene and I would play against other couples, and we would kill it every time because that's my that's my movie show knowledge, like your pop culture knowledge.
Exactly.
So anyway, so having back to the movie,
no, we're
having
gonna
this
keep on talking about Friends now. Actually, we'll just
right.
screw the movie. It's all Friends now. Hey, what
Uh,
does Chandler Bing do? What does he do, huh?
he's a transponster. That's not even a word. Um, you know
Wonderful.
that one. You know that one. You got that one.
Okay, yeah. See now
So
you got one.
you got one. I got you. So
We're back.
Rose loves Friends, right? She's a 13-year-old girl. She loves Friends. She's been watching Friends, and she's trying to watch the last episode, right? And she can't because she has an internet connection, right? So she goes off. She goes away. We hear about these neighbors, the Thorns. We don't know anything about the Thorns. So, mind you, the son is
Well,
losing his teeth. Oh,
She
go ahead.
says the speech, the West Wing speech.
Which one about having uh
The guy
pigskin
being
on
the guy
Sunday?
asking God to save him from the flood.
Okay.
Do you remember that part? So she was telling the story that there's a famous speech from the West Wing, and you watch the West Wing, only the Sorkin seasons. It's like this girl, she's a smart one. She knows what's
She
up.
would be a movie guy's host. Yes, go ahead.
And the story goes that there was a great flood, and a guy was on his boat, and before, excuse me, in the town, warned the man of the great flood coming. He's like, "Hey, God, we gotta go. We gotta leave the town. There's gonna be a great flood." He's like, "No, I'll wait for a sign from God." And the flood came. He got in his boat, and someone came to help him, and he said, "No, I'm gonna wait for a sign from God." And then it got worse. A helicopter came by with a ladder, and he said, "No, away from sign from God." He dies. He goes to heaven, and he's furious with God. Be like, "God, what the hell?" And God, "Why didn't you send me a sign to save me?" God said, "What are you talking about? I told you on the radio, or I told you, you know, from the guy trying to save you, and I told you from the helicopter trying to save kind of in that way." I butchered the story real bad, of course, but
Right.
in that way is that, hey, I've told you, I've been trying to tell you, and she, after telling that story, says, "I'm done waiting," saying that she's taking the signs. She sees the signs just as well as Ruth does, that something is wrong, that everything is going wrong, and she's not wanting to wait around and find out what that wrong is. She sees the path, and she's going to take that path because that's what she knows is right, and she does so without telling the family. She's like, "Screw this," gets up, leaves, and goes on to obviously a real deal hookup.
Allegedly, I got feelings and opinions about that. So we get to
Did the
Kevin
deer
Bacon's
tell
house.
her?
The no, the flamingos in the pool did. Um, we get to Kevin Bacon's house, and this is exactly what I think would happen, right? Uh, Two dudes that know each other, right? GH and Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon comes out with a shotgun. He's just like, "Hey, what's going on, GH?" And GH is like, "Hey, bud, dude's in here pulling out his own teeth. I think he may have the Lyme. Uh, know you're a survivalist there. How about some antibiotics?" And then, Kevin Bacon's like, "Shh, you should go back where you came from there, bud." And then we get this, we get this standoff of everything that I feel that would actually happen in real life. This is my favorite part of the movie, where Kevin Bacon and GH and Ethan Hawke are talking. Like, this is exactly what would happen.
Yeah, this is the real
Yeah,
real
this is the
part
real.
of movie here.
I ain't gonna help you. It's not my problem. His teeth are falling out. You got yourself a gummer. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I got my
You
own to
best go and
protect.
get.
You best go on and get the way you came back.
Learn how to make some applesauce.
And the funny thing, nice. And the funny thing is that he goes against everything that he says and still gives them antibiotics, which we don't know if that's going to help or not.
No,
Right?
no clue, and we have
No
obviously
clue.
no idea if they even make it anywhere out of the lawn.
Who?
These three guys, the movie ends with
With them driving
basically,
off?
was it them driving? Oh yeah, I guess he put it in gear and was driving
They
off.
I mean, they pull out. Well, see, okay, so they're in the car, and this is where we get GH's point of view. Now, this is Jordan's words, not typically GH's, the character's point of view. I'm taking what the movie says at face value at this point,
Sure.
right? And what the movie's telling me is that GH is an Illuminati, if you will, a high up dude, right? Or maybe knows
An affiliate.
he is he's a familiar, right?
There you go.
Right there you go, a Blade reference there, right? But he's a guy that knows people. Got you on that one. And he says that, okay, this is the way I take it, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But what we are experiencing is civil war. That the hierarchy, the Illuminati, the deep state that all these far right MAGA people are saying in our world, has decided to just shut down everything and let nature take its course. And then we're going to see a civil war. Is that how you took it?
Yeah.
Or is that not? Yes?
Most absolutely. A political coup d'etat, as they describe.
Do you like that? Now, I want to talk about some other scenes later, but his speech, do you believe him? Do you feel that it's just a conspiracy nonsense? Do you feel that there's aliens? Do you feel it's apocalypse?
It's better than
do
The
you-
Happening.
Hey, anyway,
Uh,
what do you think? I mean, this is because I'm watching the movie and I text you, oh, this is Trump America, Civil War.
Yeah, no, I guess it's not that I enjoy it and thinking like, oh man, that's the greatest mind blown thing ever. It was enjoyable, and it's one of those where the movie I think stayed within the boundaries of the world that it creates, right? Because if you were to build it as the movie was in its limits, and then suddenly it's like aliens, well, that's a big jump, buddy. That's a real
Right.
big jump. I understand
right.
that there's noise, and that might explain the noise, and like the animals behaving oddly strange too. Sure, it's an easy excuse to go there too. But then why the flyers? And then it just kind of why the Teslas? Kind of certain questions there. But for having it to be something as simple as the enemy turning off the light switch, to disabling the Wi-Fi. I think that's fine. We make reference to that Twilight Zone episode often. I think we have made reference to that one where it's the episode on the street where
Right.
the aliens in the mountain turn off the power in the street and they let the confusion of the neighborhood be their own downfall. That's
Right.
exactly what we have here on a global scale, or I'm sorry, a national scale, with this, where the enemies felt that well, whatever Illuminati, that in order to disable a country or destabilize, is what they said, and take over, that you disable their communication so that nobody's talking to each other, and then confuse everybody, and then just let them shoot themselves. And yeah, do I believe it? I believe that a lot of people who watch this movie can go, yeah, I can see that happening.
Okay, so now there's questions, right? There's
Say what
questions.
Don't Look Up, right? People go, yeah, I can see that happening.
Right. God, we reviewed that 2 years ago. So are they saying, like in the movie, right? One of the final shots of the movie is that Julia Roberts and Ruth hold hands and look over the skyline of New York City, and it is blatantly being bombed by planes. So are they saying that the Illuminati is doing this? Or are they saying that the MAGA Trump people are doing this? Like, because it's a civil war, right? So who's doing these bombs?
Well, if you
Is it
ask
the
me, it's the Koreans.
yeah? That's what he said.
Or the
Koreans or
Chinese.
the
One of them.
Chinese, whatever,
One of
they
them.
speak one of them. Um, but what's it saying? Or like,
Open your
who's
eyes,
dropping these
Jordan. Pay
bombs?
attention.
Stop it. Yeah. That was one of the questions I left with. Right? It was like, who's dropping the bombs? Is it our military dropping the bombs and screwing everybody up, or
I love it, Jordan. Where's the moms and who's dropping the bombs?
that's an honest question,
Holy cow! If there
silly.
was ever a T-shirt that I would wear.
Right? Where's the moms dropping the bombs?
Yep. Where are the moms dropping the bombs?
So I don't have a good point. Don't have a good question for you then, I'm assuming.
Well, it could be anyone, really. That's kind of the mystery. And again, as us as viewers watching this along with, I guess, their point of view with Amanda and Clay and those two kids, it could be anybody. It could be the Russians. It could be anybody. It could be Egypt. It could be Egypt.
We don't know.
Jordan.
Okay. That's the point. Is we don't know. When I say civil
Day
war,
that the Fire Nation attacked Egypt.
so you said that the daughter Rose comes up with a pretty sweet deal. So Rose goes to the Thorne's house and she's eating every candy you can possibly think of. It's a beautiful mansion in the middle of the woods, and she's eating Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, she went full
Snickers.
McAllister.
Just is eating it all, and then she sees a light, and she sees this big steel door, and she goes through it, and she goes down the stairs, and we get straight up blast from the past Brendan Fraser like bomb shelter.
Yeah.
And equipped with fake scenery in the kitchen windows, right? Just like everything you could think of. And she just stumbles. Oh, I'm sorry. She turns everything off. She turns everything on, and this is where I say Civil War, because you see all these computer monitors, and it's like America's under attack or America's at war or whatever. And then she sees all 10 seasons of Friends, so she has to put the disc in Friends and watch the movie. I feel that the family is going to find her, right? Because the last shot of the movie is Friends, but Julia Roberts and Ruth over yonder sees the Thorne house. So after they hold each other's hands and look over the destruction of New York, isn't Julia Roberts still going to remember about her daughter and head towards that house? And it doesn't look like that her daughter shut the bomb shelter door. So they're going to find her, right?
We can assume.
I think the movie is going to end with like something we don't see. I think that Julia Roberts and Ruth are going to find her, and I think eventually the men are going to come back home, and they're going to be like, "Where's the girls?" Blah blah blah. Somehow stumble upon the Thorne house, and I mean, I think that's where they would go. To me, that's logical about what would happen.
Well, as what's her name? Rose. As Rose was walking, when she was eating all of her junk food, she hears a noise, right? She hears Amanda and Ruth outside, presumably, and she was walking towards them, maybe to kind of greet them, but instead she turns down that hallway and finds the bomb shelter instead.
Right. So, I mean, like, she may not care, but I'm saying that the other people of the group is going to care. It's going to find her.
I think, yeah, because Rose took a bike, and she had left bike tracks that led up to the house, and she parked her bike in the front window, the front door. The
window was busted.
Yeah, the window was busted. So those are pretty obvious signs. I'm no detective, and I'm sure none of those people are either. But that's a pretty easy sign that that the one person who's missing, and there's the missing bike. I'm sure that's going to be easy to find that. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that what happens after?
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that I think they will go, because I didn't see Rose close the door behind her. right? We didn't hear a door close. A door that big you would hear like a thud, right? So I think she just was done with everybody and wanted to complete her Friends series. I think Mom and Ruth will eventually find her. The men, I don't know. The men all seem pretty stupid. One's missing a bunch of teeth. One is lying through his teeth, and the other one is so stupid he doesn't know how to brush his teeth.
Hey, there was an issue with GH when he turned and really had that strong look at just, I need you to be on the level with me, Clay. I need you to know because what happens next is probably going to be there for the rest of their lives, right?
Yeah, like it's going to be. But see, the thing is that I don't know. To me, what I'm struggling with too is that if this is not a civil war, if this is another country attacking us or the Illuminati allowing the country to attack us, like you would think there'd be soldiers, boots on the grounds. Like you would think there would be just chaos everywhere. Or maybe that's just
What,
my
like some Red
vision of what
Dawn?
it would. Yeah, like you would think, right? Or am I being silly on this? Like you would
Well,
think Red Dawn would happen.
you would think, but at the same part, without all the boots on the ground, look what was happening to the city. It looks like it was doing a pretty good job on its own without any boots on the ground.
We don't know. We never see it. All we see is just a couple of smoke clouds. I mean, we don't really know. I mean, like they they
Consider it an act of terrorism. Consider it, that maybe anything could happen, Jordan. What if, let's just say that in the next month, the American military was able to get everything back online,
sure.
and they're able to communicate with everybody again, and everyone's kind of back online, and they're able to formulate a plan and kind of get to a spot. You could say whatever you want, but I don't know. I haven't read the book. I do know because I looked it up that the house that Rose went into, that the owners, uh,
Okay.
we can assume died in San Francisco.
Wow. Oh, because didn't he say GH said that his friend, the Thorns, noticed the flyers in San Francisco, right?
It was something. Well, I think I looked it up too. That in the book they may mention that the owners of the house, Thorns, yeah, were in San Francisco. That this was not their only property. They were somewhere else, and they probably died. So this is a free house, which is even more curious because why wouldn't Kevin Bacon, the contractor? That's a pretty sweet deal, man.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna show my hand. If I was a contractor and I knew of this house and I helped build this panic room, this panic shelter, I would try to get my family to there as soon as possible. My
Or maybe he's
my
got his own.
Maybe we don't know, right? We don't know about what Kevin Bacon. I don't think he does because when the men pull up, we see a young lady in the second floor with the curtain looking over.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I still have
you
thought
don't
about
know,
that. Like, the benefit of being in your house, though, right? For your kid.
right? I mean, yeah, but I would head to the bomb shelter.
Really
That's
weird that
just.
they credit that little girl too in the movie, even though that she only had that one blip of a scene. What
Is that
the
Kevin
hell?
Bacon's daughter in real life?
Alex Ray Forlanza, who are
Oh,
you related to?
who or who are you sleeping with?
That's I hope a teddy bear, Jordan.
Why is she young?
Yeah.
Ah,
Jordan, Kevin Bacon's daughter in this, the girl in the house, yeah, she's like 10 years old.
Does she play 10, but she's actually 20? Come on now. You're going to tell me those American Pie kids were 18? No.
Oh boy.
That was funny, though. I got you, though, on
You
that
did,
one.
yeah, that was
That
funny.
was good. I'm glad. All right, let's go into funny. Let's go into our popcorn ratings. Not a small, right? Small is a cop out, medium's a cop out. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
whoa, we saw the girl in King of Staten Island. Sorry to interrupt you. Okay, go ahead.
see? She may be older. We reviewed her before. Was she the
Uh,
one that was she the one that was shacking up with Pete Davidson there?
no.
All right, let's move on.
No, dude, she's like 8 years old.
I don't know. It's it's Hollywood, you know. You
Oh
play 8,
God.
but you're actually 18. You know. I mean, Zac
Oh,
Efron
not
has
like
played
this.
high school kid, and he's in his 40s. You know. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, not like that though.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, calm down.
I'm glad you like my jokes, man. I hope everybody else is listening
Well,
likes
it's
my
just
jokes.
because I'm looking at a picture of the actress right now.
It's just like she's 8, bud.
It is like, no, that is a clear child. That is.
Okay. Hey, could be a little person. You know, you just don't know.
No, you don't. You know, and
You
you're
just
right. We
you just gotta ask for IDs
jump to
nowadays.
conclusions here, actually.
Jump to conclusions. You don't know. I barely seen her. You know, she opened up a curtain and closed it. You know, I don't know.
All right, there's contact info and agent info.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Her resume, I can just click on that and get that. The IMDb Pro.
She was in King of Staten Island. Oh, was she the one that was shacking up?
Does she want to get interviewed for Movie Guys podcast?
Oh,
Let's make it happen,
Jesus.
Jordan.
I mean, we already did one childlike princess before.
Oh boy,
That was a good one.
what are we
You
doing?
know, this
Where are
is
we at right now? Leave the world
popcorn.
behind.
Popcorn. This is where I struggle, right? Because I don't ever. I want to be on record. I never want to change our popcorn rating. I love our popcorn rating scale. It makes logical sense to me. But this is where sometimes the popcorn rating scale sucks, right? Because it's like I like the movie.
But
I like the ending of it. There's a big chunk of it where I'm just like, dude, I'm pissed. Kind of reminds me of The Killer in a way. You know what I mean? Where it's like some parts are really, really fun and good, and the other parts are, punching yourself in the head. Um, I feel like a medium's a cop out. It's not a large. Um, yeah,
well, what
I
did you think of that ending, Jordan? The Civil War implied ending.
I like that idea because it's not aliens, right? And it's not Russians. Like when they say Civil War, that's something that's a little different nowadays, right? Because usually it's a foreign country that's doing it, or it's foreign hackers doing it, or it's aliens doing it. It's not an alt-right group that somehow has taken power. Then once they bomb everybody, they turn all the women into red, cloaks and call them handmaids. You know what I mean?
Well, everything's intentionally vague too. And then again,
Right.
knowing that I'm gonna look this up actually before I repeat it. Knowing that this movie uh, is in the Mr. Robot universe. Here, yeah, confirmed. Uh, makes sense because that world was pretty chaotic and it exposed a lot of kind of inner workings of
Right.
world
You,
governments.
you know what? I feel it'd be good if I say a small because I'm never gonna see it again. I was thinking about that. Like, am I gonna watch this again? If I'm gonna watch scenes on YouTube again, I'll give it a medium. But I just don't think anything is striking out as scenes that I'm gonna really watch again on YouTube.
Sure.
Um, it's okay. It does what it needs to do. It does a great job. It does a great job of asking question of having us, the audience, ask questions, which is what we're doing in this episode. So that does a great job on that. I think the camera angles are really stupid choices. I think the music is great. I thought half of the cast was lackluster. I hated the brother sister combo, the tick thing, and the losing the teeth. We don't get the teeth thing, right? I mean, they were saying that, oh, it couldn't have been a tick. Could have been radiation. Okay, well, if it was microwave radiation, why is nobody else losing their teeth in 24 hours? What's going on with that, right? So yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna give it a small because there's unanswered questions. I think that's what makes the movie cool, is that there's unanswered questions. But I just wasn't entertained enough. But it did leave me asking questions. So yeah, a small for me, a small bag of popcorn. It was fine. Eric, what is your popcorn rating for Leave the World Behind?
Um, hmm.
It's a tough one, see?
It is a tough one
It's either a
because,
small or a medium, right?
well, yeah, yeah, and it's difficult because much like Sam Esmail and Mr. Robot, it just I want more before I can give a final judgment almost.
Sure.
Like almost I want more closure or just a more definite situation or a more definite plot of what the threat is or what's going on. Just want to know what's happening. But again, that's kind of the 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 point of it, right? Is that you don't know. You just know that everything's going wrong. You don't know for how long. You're just like they say in the movie, waiting it out. We just gotta bunker down and wait it out, hang it out, right?
Right.
And yeah, it makes me almost just want to get a gun and just hide it somewhere in the house and for the emergency when, if and when this does happen, so that if it does, I'm prepared. I can be like Kevin Bacon and say, "Hey, not in my house, buddy.
Give me $1,000 and I'll give you 3 pills.
We ain't prepared here neither. Get
God,
on,
that's
get."
God, the street value of those antibiotics. What are you gonna give it?
If it's just a standalone, I give it a small, just because it movie it works, it really does. But you're right, I'm not gonna watch it again. Those camera angles or those camera shots, rather, they were trying to do, I don't understand what if it was just trying to be
Just
just
orientating
just
for a
trying to
reason.
be edgy. I guess the soundtrack to it was kind of campy. I heard the kind of the 80s wow, I don't want to know that sound effect. That kind of creepy sound effect where it's like, oh, what the hell is that instrument? Where it's like the metal, where you ping. It's just kind of,
Right. I know what
I
you're
don't know.
saying.
Yeah. Well, either they use kind of generic sound effects for the soundtrack, and when it's not the music. So I don't know if they
So
were trying to
small.
make this a scary movie and they're trying to thriller movie. But either way, it took me out of it, is what I'm trying to say. If it was trying to be dramatic, or if it was trying to be suspenseful, or if it was trying to be just downright scary in like these weird moments. I appreciate the characters for what they are. I appreciate what he's trying to build. Again, it's a small of it's a standalone. If there's more to, excuse me, if there's more to come, if there's a sequel, if there's a show, if there's a something, an answer to tie it in for Mr. Robot or whatever, because there's some E Corp stuff that were in this movie, then this could be a medium, and I'd be open to watch more of it. If this came out with a sequel, I would watch it. So I don't know if you want to put that
Yeah.
into to account, but as of right now, it's a one and done.
Yeah. Right now, I totally agree with you. If it was a sequel, I'd be interested. But right now, yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah,
So a small
but
for me and a small for you.
yeah, yeah, because I did enjoy it, but the other thing too was that runtime, 2.5 hours
Right.
for little to no answer. Uh, just seemed like we could have got there a little bit faster.
I think we could have, and that's the thing. That's kind of like, oh,
Well, that's the thing is that I think in the real world situation of that, Jordan,
uh
if that were the case, uh, I don't even know if again the families would even be together. I feel like it would just be too awkward, and one family would just leave. Probably the visiting family, they would just leave and ask for a refund or something else, right?
sure.
And they're just not gonna come back.
Right.
But on the off chance that they do happen to stay, and if it's a day with no power, uh, I don't know. I feel like,
I'll flip out.
yeah, something would happen. Also to note that GH had a wall of albums, and in the bomb shelter they had a wall
All of
of
DVDs.
DVDs.
What does that say? They also
That
had heroes.
physical data, man, physical kind of information is key, right? Anything in the cloud is so yeah. That's what I tell you as being an IT person is that cloud is only as good until somebody says, no, you don't have access to that cloud anymore.
Well, then I'm part of those losers because I gave rid of all my DVDs. I'll have nothing. I don't have a DVD player.
Physical property, baby. Keep your DVDs, keep your CDs, your record players, your comics, your books.
Well, keep the Movie Guys podcast episodes. Just
download the
download
Movie Guys podcast episodes. Yeah.
Just download them so you have an archive, right? We're over 600 episodes. That's what it says on our iTunes.
That'll get you through the apocalypse.
Not iTunes. iTunes is not around anymore. I'm sorry. Apple Music.
But again,
Podcast app.
We're there for when you leave the world behind.
Nice. Yes. Movie Guys podcast at podbean.com. Congratulations. This is one of the first episodes of 2024. We've made it. This is for you, right?
Congratulations.
This is going on season 9 now, bud.
And we ain't slowing down. Keep it going.
Keep it going. All right. Go to movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. Wherever you get your podcast from, we are on. Eric, thanks so much for joining me. And we'll be back next week, next Thursday, for another awesome episode. Have a good night. Yeah, well, because we want to get a nice fancy one.
Got a good one. Got to get one, man.
Yeah, well, we will. It's just we're taking care of everybody else for Christmas, you got to buy some Hey Dudes for people.
You got to get one.
God, are you excited for those Hey Dudes?
Not as excited as you are.
Stop lying. You see that?
Super excited to get some Hey Dudes, and not just any old Hey Dudes, but some U of M Blue and Maize Hey Dudes, and then for some reason some gray in the middle. Is that the gray Hey Dude?
Yeah, kind of.
Cool. It's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna think I'm supporting Ukraine with these shoes.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Is it?
Yeah.
To send me a gift as a Wolverine, as a U of M gift, but to actually laugh to yourself, because I'm going to be walking around thinking that I'm fooling everyone that I'm in support of Ukraine.
Correct. Yes.
So much so that I bought a pair of shoes. And then when people ask, hey, did you buy those shoes? He loves defending patriots. And it's not so much Ukraine, it's so much as it's standing up for that Putin.
Yeah, I don't care about Ukraine. Do you know that I had a person today at where I work come in, and we were nonsense talking, and somehow I got into the subject that I bought a case of Bud Light and it cost me $6, and he literally just stood up and said, I'm leaving. See you later. And he walks out the door.
Bro, yeah, no Bud Light around here, around these parts, bud.